Okay, hello everybody, this is Gamer91593, and I'm going to review Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. Now, there are obviously two game modes, just like the last time, except this time they're more intricate. Along with the two game modes, there are trophies, options, and data. The newest thing is trophies, so I'll just start off with Versus mode and Melee. Now, whenever you choose Melee, you can choose from any of the 25 unlockable characters. Now, my favorite character is Kirby, so I'll just choose him. Now, you can set the computer's level to whatever, level you want, either 1 through 9. Now, there are 25 courses to choose from, and, if you can't decide, just click random. Now, during this, you have 4 A moves along with the combination of the control stick, and 4 B moves also with the combination of the control stick. Along with that, there is grab, which is Z, shield, which is A, dodge, which is control stick and R, or just sidestep, which is down and R. Now also, you can also jump. You jump by tilting the control stick up, and depending on your character, you can jump once. You can jump 2 times to quite a couple times, like Kirby. Now, to aid you in battle, there are items like the Super Scope that I'm going to use now. Stupid Super Scope. Now, along with the Super Scope, there are tons of other items like the Mini Mushroom, the Mega Mushroom, the Fire Flower, the Motion Sensor Bomb, the Umbrella, the Hammer, the Fan, the Pokeball, and the Beam Sword, and many other assortments of items. Now, I'm just going to wait this battle out, so just bear with me for the next 35 seconds. Come on, stupid comms, hit each other. Stupid comms. Thank you, Link. Now, at the end of each game, it'll show who won, obviously as the big character, which this time it was Link. And there, at the bottom, it'll show who came in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, along with another 1st. Now, after each battle, you just come back to the character select screen. There's Tournament Melee, which is just basically Melee times however many times you want it to be with multiple people. Special Melee, which includes Camera Mode, where the 4th player uses the camera to take snapshots. Stamina Mode, where players fight until HP reaches 0. Super Sudden Death, where everybody starts with 300 damage. Giant Melee, where everybody's giant size. Teeny Melee, which is the opposite of Giant Melee. Invisible Melee, where all players are invisible. Fixed camera modes, the camera does not zoom or scroll. Single button mode, where everybody can only press A and use the control stick. There's no B button in this. Lightning Melee, everybody moves at high speeds, and slow-mo, which is basically the opposite of lightning. Now, there's custom rules, which are basically the settings for each Melee, and there's name entries, so you can put your name above your character whenever you choose it. Now, in one-player mode, there's regular match, event match, stadium, and training. I'll just start off with training. Now, in training, like the last game, it's basically the same thing, except it's a little more expanded. Now, what I mean by expanded is basically the menu is just better. Whenever you press start, you can, instead of just being able to slow down how fast, just slow down how fast your characters move, you can also speed them up so they move at really fast paces. Now, you can choose from any of the items, just like the last one. And this time you can actually choose how many computers you're facing, whether it's 1 to 3. There's a lot more. There's actually only one more mode that your computer can be in. You can choose the damage that your computer has, either 0 to 999. And camera, this time there are 3 different modes: zoom, free, or normal. There's also reset, which is actually more fun in this, because you don't have to wait for it to load, it just automatically resets. And of course there is finish. Now in Stadium there's target test like the last game. Home run contest is a new one, so I'll just click that for you. Now in home run contest you basically beat up the sandbag, and then whenever you're ready to finally hit it, it just goes, you know, however far it goes, and then you get that score. Of course, if you don't beat your record, it doesn't count. Now, another new mode is actually multi-man melee, where you can select from 6 different modes. 10-man melee, where you defeat 10 people in the quickest amount of time. 100 enemies, where you try to defeat 100 enemies, obviously. And 3-minute melee, that's self-explanatory. Same for 15-minute melee. Endless melee, that's also self-explanatory. And cruel melee, where all the enemies are giant and there's no items, and they're all on level 9, so you're basically screwed on that. Now, in event match, you can choose from any one of the 51 events. Well, actually, you only start off with a couple events, and as you go through them and beat them, you unlock more and more and more until you come to event number 51, which is actually the coolest, which I will not show you, because you'll have to get there on your own. Now, in regular match, you start off with Classic and Adventure, but as you unlock more and more of the characters, you eventually unlock All-Star Mode, which is actually new, and so is Adventure. Now, Classic Mode is just like Super Smash Bros., where you just face enemies and try to get back to all the way to Master Hand. Now, except this time, each time you do Classic, the enemies are in a different order, so that's pretty sweet. Adventure Mode is basically just a series of different levels that you can go through, and basically it's the same thing, except it has more of a teeny bit of a story to it. It's just you exploring all the worlds of each of the characters. All-Star Mode is where you just face all the enemies, including yourself. Now, with trophies, you can either choose to look at all your trophies at once, and what's really cool about looking at all your trophies at once is in the background there's a GameCube, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64 with the original Smash Bros. Cartridge in it, the Game Boy, and the NES. Now, if this was set to Japanese, there'd be a Virtual Boy right here, but since it's set to American, it's not. Now, in the lottery, this is obviously just where you put in the amount of coins, and you just get a new trophy. Now, whenever you get a new trophy, you can just look through the gallery at each and every one of your trophies. Now, if you don't want to just scroll through those, you can just go through this quick list and either order them in normal, by game, or A to Z. Let's see. In options, you can change there's rumble settings, sound settings, screen display. Sorry, I can't talk today. You can change the language display from Japanese to English or vice versa, and erase data, which I've never clicked on because why would I want to erase all my data? There's also the data things, which is snapshots of what you have taken. I have not taken any, so no use clicking on that. There's the archives, which is the how to play and special movie, which you'll just have to watch that later on your own. Sound test, where you can just listen to any of the music from almost anywhere in the game. Melee records, which include versus records, bonus records, and misc records. Special, which is just special achievements that you have done throughout the game. And that is about it for Super Smash Bros. Melee. This is Gamer91593. See ya!